Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. There is probably no more iconic military pistol than Sig Sauer model P226. Well, law enforcement, military, many models that Sig puts out. The quality that Sig has put out has been consistently high quality for many, many years. The P226 has seen service with the U.S. Special Forces. The weapons are in use with federal law enforcement throughout the United States. They're used all over the world. They're known for their durability, for their reliability under all kinds of conditions. The pistol I'm holding here is my personal Mark 25. This is a particular pistol that was utilized by SOCOM, Navy SEALs. In fact, SIG had to get permission to utilize the term Mark 23 and to put the anchor on from the SEALs. This is the updated Mark 25, utilizing the stainless steel slide. The original model P226, as well as many of the earlier versions of the SIG, utilized a sheet metal, utilized a sheet metal slide with a pinned-in breech face. Once the SIG P229 was introduced, I would say that was probably around 1994, in that time period when the P229 and 40 caliber was introduced. That was the first time that the stainless steel slides were manufactured. That was manufactured in the United States. And from that time forward, every SIG model would eventually be converted over to the stainless steel slide for many, many reasons. For durability, for reliability, they were major enhancement. The original two-piece slides, you had issues with the pins breaking in the slide here, which caused problems. Also, the breech faces on the original stamped sheet metal were not heat-treated. So certain ammunition that could cause problems as well. Due to the heat. I actually had a Sig P220 go full auto on me because I was using clean fire ammunition with a very, very hot primer. The primer caused the breech face on where the firing pin hole was to have that metal flow in, and it locked the firing pin in the open bolt position, so the firing pin was stuck out, and I had 7 rounds of 185 grain plus P Remington flying ashtrays go full auto on me. Scared the hell out of me. So in 2015, SIG introduced a new family of weapons, which is referred to as the Sig Legion. The Sig Legion is literally the Cadillac of Sig Sauer pistols. It came from the work that they were doing with the SIG Elite users. It was designed by professionals to see what they wanted on their guns. What did the professionals want added to the gun to make the gun ideal for them? Now, once this gun is purchased by a customer, they go and they register the serial number with SIG, and that unlocks several things. First, the user gets a login to the Legion-specific offerings online. You get stuff from Surefire, Peltor, Blackpoint, Tactical Blade manufacturers. You also are able to get a carrying case as well, which we'll show you a picture of here to show you what that is, and that comes free once you register with SIG. Now, first we're going to talk about what models this upgraded pistol comes in. This comes in pretty much all of their models, going from the P320 X5, P328 Microcomp, P938, P229, P226, P229, P220, P226 full-size, P229 compact. In the 9mm, we have 2 models as well. We have the E26R, which is what you see right here, Legion, 15-round magazine. And for those of you caught behind enemy lines who are only allowed 10 rounds, you have the 22-6R, which is the same pistol with the 10-shot magazines. So we're going to take a look at the specifications of the pistol first, and then we're going to go over some of the details. Now we have a 9x19 caliber, 15 plus 1 in the magazine. It comes with 3 magazines. The sight's the X-Ray Square, Tritium 3-dot. You have a 6.3-inch sight radius on this pistol. We have an overall length of 8 inches with an overall width of 1.5 inches. Height, 5.5 inches with the magazine. The barrel, 4.4-inch carbon steel. Weight, 34 ounces. For as far as the trigger pull is concerned, this particular one has the standard SIG decock, so you have a double action, single action, but you also have a model that has a single action only for more of the match grade. The grip you have is a black G10 grip, and you also have the Legion logo on there. The slide is stainless steel PVD finish. The slide and frame are also cerakoted in the Elite Legion gray. The trigger guard also has checkering on the front. So now we're going to take a look at what makes this so unique. Now, first of all, you look at the Beaver Tail. If you were to compare that to the standard SIG Beaver Tail, you would see how this significantly goes up compared to the standard SIG. That was a feature that was requested. If we look towards the front, we'll see the checkering on the front strap. The Sig Legion has a significantly more aggressive checkering on the front strap, which is very good for when you have sweaty, muddy hands or keeps the weapon from slipping. When you also compare the P226 on top to the Legion on the bottom, You'll see that the X5 has undercuts applied to the trigger guard to allow a higher grip. We have front side serrations. And also, the decocker and the slide release are much more lower profile than the standard Sig. If you look at the size of the decocking lever, which is located on the right side, this is significantly larger than that of the Legion. Also, if you look at the slide release, this is also significantly larger than that of the Legion. This was liked because it would keep this thing from snagging on clothing when it was being pulled out of a holster. And it also decreases the chance of holding down the slide release when you're firing, so you don't have the slide go forward when it's not supposed to on an empty magazine. The action also is enhanced polish with an SRT short trigger reset. So if we take a look at the trigger reset, on the Legion, we pull the trigger. We're going to see how far we come up. Not very much for it to reset. We compare that to the standard Sig 226. We compare that to the standard Sig. Significantly more, as we can see. So you have a much shorter reset on the Legion. We're going to take this apart and take a look at some of the internal features of it now. Like all Sigs, we have our braided recoil spring. Now, the spring guide is another unique aspect of the Legion. This is a solid spring guide versus the standard Sig. Versus the standard Sig, which utilizes a hollow spring guide. So as we can see, we have the Sig Elite Gray. The machining is exactly what you would expect from Sig. It's flawless. Standard barrel. Orange recoil spring. Sig does have a color code for their recoil spring weights as well. Now, you often get asked about the braided recoil springs and why does Sig have those? The recoil spring compartment in the frame is significantly shorter on the compact pistols, which means you don't have a lot of room for the stack of the recoil spring. So when you have a pistol such as the 229 or 228, which is smaller, you will not have as strong of a spring if you use a standard rocket wire spring, and those springs will wear very, very, very quickly. So you literally have to have a braided spring to get any kind of service life. The P229, for instance, you're going to have 4 braids. And for the 226, 220, you're going to have basically 2 coils. The shorter the frame, the more coils that you're going to need to be able to give you that good service life of it's going to exceed 5,000 or 6,000 rounds before you have to change out the recoil spring. Now, I have to say the fit and finish of this pistol is just glorious. I mean, the grips on here are significantly nicer than that of the original. I mean, this is truly an elite pistol. Whether you get it in the 226 or the 229 or whatever. When I originally contacted Sig, I was asking them for a P229 and 40 caliber, and they told me that wasn't a very popular model. So they'd recommend me get the P226 because that was their most common model. So that's the one that I got. Now, for as far as ammunition was concerned, the ammunition I utilized was the Sig ammunition. With Sig's expansion, they have gotten into both the ammunition, they've gotten into the optics and accessory business. The ammunition that they've released has been used by me for quite some time in many different calibers. So for this pistol, I only use the Sig ammunition. Now, what we have is a Sig Match Elite, which is a match grade cartridge, which is a jacketed hollow point. It's their V-Crown projectile. Then we have the M18 ball. What this is basically the M882 ball, which is a 124 grain full metal jacket, which is a plus P load, 1180 foot a second. Then we have the same ammunition, but a jacketed hollow point V-Crown, 124 grain plus P. Then we have the Sig Elite Performance full metal jacket. Ammunition is always proven to be extremely accurate. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the range. We're going to see how this shoots. We fired about 500 rounds out of this pistol without any malfunction, which is, of course, what you would expect out of a Sig, let alone a Sig P226. And the accuracy was acceptable. You can see from the target. Overall, this is an absolute beautiful pistol. Now, these are not for the cheap heart. You're looking at an MSRP of $1,428. Now, again, you're getting quite a bit for that. Once you register it, you're getting the new case. You can get the additional accessories you can get. We have the 1913 rail in the front, so you can put any accessories that you want. You have a lot of options, and you have a lot of different models that's available to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share. Thank you.